But yeah, I saw it and I was like, this kid's kind of talking like how I like to talk. And I was like, I'm kind of curious. So I went and I was like, all right. I looked through some of your videos. I was like, okay, there's consistency here. He means business. All right. And then I went to this podcast. I just have listened. This is all I've listened to since I started. I'm like pretty much caught up. Because I just love it. I talk to you guys all the time. You're just not there to hear it. um but yes, I think it's so this part really like sinking in and having you two to kind of like validate everything that had sort of been like rattling around in my little noggin. um like that validation made me like, oh my god, I'm not crazy, like this is like a thing, like people get it. Exactly. um so yeah, and then prior to that, I went through a spiritual witchy phase. I went through, all of the phases that you need to go through until you finally get it. We've all kind of been there.
That's awesome. This is going to be fun for sure, because it's really all it's about. Actually, Andrew was talking to me after our workshop this weekend about an insight that he had had, very, very much along the same lines of it's just going through the processes. It's just going through the oscillation back and forth. It's just going through the, finding of the crack and then opening the crack and going through it and finding the next, the next journey. And it's always like that. You're always just jettisoning what you don't need, picking up what you do for the next part, and that leads you on. And I think that keeping it that applicable, keeping it so it's that common sense, is the reason that this conversation resonates with people, is because we're not trying to make it otherworldly.